love Krishna, who can you love? You know, that's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, and Prabhupada quoted that in Nectar of Devotion, that the word love is probably applicable only to Krishna. Because everybody else has some defect. That is, you know, as soon as we get close to them, then we're going to find out. Oops, oh, yeah, actually has these bad qualities. So as soon as we get close, love means attraction by good qualities. No one can force love. Love has to come spontaneously from the heart, by attraction. That's why we say we can't force anyone to develop devotional service. We can't force anyone to fall in love with Krishna. You can't trick someone to become a devotee. You know, it always amazes me. Americans especially, they're always coming up with some tricky way to get people to become devotees. You know? Oh, I'll offer to teach them hatha yoga, or I'll offer them a job. That's what I'll do. I'll offer them jobs, and then when they come to the job, their job will be chanting Hare Krishna. Or I'm just making something up. I can't think like that personally, but I've seen, you know, some people have suggested or proposed that, oh, we should have a preaching program that, you know, basically tricks people, you know, and advertises one thing. It's a bait and switch, right? You know, you think you're going to get hatha yoga lessons, but it's actually about chanting or something like that. Well, you can't do that. I mean, you can do it, but it won't be successful. And the quality of people that you get with a program like that is going to be horrible, because that means that they would actually approve of that kind of dishonesty. See? So we can't approve of any program of preaching which is not completely honest. Because how can you engage people in loving affairs where there's dishonesty? Dishonesty means you can't trust a person. And if you can't trust, how can you love? But if it's some business deal, oh yeah, chant Hare Krishna and you'll get all these material benefits, you know. That's what they do at the churches. Just worship Jesus and God will give you anything you want. They actually talk like that.
Really?
Yeah. What was that thing? Spirosphere? Say it.
Pyrosphere.
Pyrosphere, yeah. I don't know whether it was a parody or what, you know. It seemed like a parody of a New Agey religion.
Actually, it's like you can join and everything.
Oh, no, really?
Really?
Oh, my God. Well, it's like they say, you can have anything that you want because you deserve abundance from the universe.
And
it seems like it. I mean, it's so hokey and corny. But
you can actually join and like that. So it's
really, they have a website and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like the man who presents is someone dressed as a woman or something. A man dressed as a woman and like that. You have to be yourself. And like well. Yeah, Kali Yuga, anything's, and in Hollywood especially, anything is possible. So it's because they actually use the right approach. It's like you're depressed, you're miserable, you don't know where to go, and you need help, and like that. So how many people are like that? You know,
everybody.
So it's like, even if they look like complete freaks, they would.
But see, that is the bait and switch of religion. Religion says, you come to us and we'll solve your material problems. That's the deal. You accept this faith because that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants material stuff? Okay, we'll offer them material stuff in exchange for their faith and obedience. You become a member of this community and you can ask God for whatever you want and He'll give it.
You deserve it.
Whatever, you know, whatever. This is called abundance theology. There's even a whole theological school now. I mean, it's like people go to college to learn this stuff. It's astonishing because it's a cheating business. It's a ripoff. Huh? You don't get anything material from real spiritual life. You only get spiritual stuff. The point is that spiritual things are what we really want because we're spiritual beings. But nobody has any idea what the spiritual world is like or what it means to be a spirit soul or any of that stuff. We're really the only path. The esoteric teaching is the only religious, or not religious, but spiritual group that has that knowledge. In our books, it's there. It's been there. It's not like we just made it up last week. It's been there for thousands of years. Since before this whole Jesus thing even started. Our main scriptures are more than 5,000 years old. Bhagavad-gītā, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Yeah, we've got some new scriptures, 500 years old. Brand new, hot off the press. Only 500 years old. What's that? Question. Okay.
Yesterday we were talking about anartha-nivritti, and the book Nectar of Devotion mentioned it as unwanted occupation. Mm-hmm. But then we call it also unwanted things. Mm-hmm. So is it more like bad qualities of the self, or more like doing ugra karma stuff?
Both. Because the bad qualities lead to bad activities. See? So we want to get rid of the bad activities. That means we have to get rid of the bad qualities. What Krishna says, what can repression accomplish? What that means is, if you have the desire to do nasty things, sinful or offensive, then unless that desire is removed, you can't stop doing those things by force of will, or by association, or by any other outside external influence. See, we can temporarily stop, but then as soon as our attention is off, or as soon as our will is weakened for some reason, then we'll just go ahead and fall right into that again. See, if someone thinks, well, I really want sex life, but I'm trying to be a devotee, so I guess I have to like force myself to be celibate. You know, like somebody wrote me today, you know, like, I'm trying to make myself surrender. And then I said, no, you can't. You can't make it. It's just like you can't make somebody fall in love. You can't make it. You have to attract them, and give them something beautiful. And then the love comes spontaneously. See? So when people perceive Krishna, they're like, oh, yeah, you know, this is wonderful. So in the same way, you can't force someone to give up polluted desires. They give up the polluted desires when they see that the thing they want to get from it, from those desires, is actually available from Krishna. People want happiness. And because they want happiness, they do all kinds of nonsense things. But that happiness, pure happiness, is available from Krishna. See, but they don't know this. That's why they're suffering. So we give that knowledge, and that's the cure for their suffering. And more questions? Oh, really? What time is it?
It's 8:55.
Oh, I thought it was getting late, yeah.
Small questions. We were talking about karma, and David Lugan was asking, would this mean that Bill Gates must have done some pious activities in his past life?
Absolutely. To be born in such a fortunate situation, to have access to such great resources and facilities, and then to have the insight to put the energy into developing those skills and talents, to have the foresight to see that this is going to be the next big thing, that was all very fortunate, very lucky. Well, there really isn't anything such as luck. It means that he performed great pious activities in his past life.
Question from Theo. If you fail to follow the 4 regulative principles once in a while in the neophyte stage, can you still chant Vishnu Sahasranam until you attain stability?
Yes, that's one of the effects of Vishnu Sahasranam. It's recommended for people in the preliminary stage of devotional service because it stabilizes you. That's exactly what it does.
Question from Devesh and Rima. Can we commit offenses even because of the thoughts that may come without our own efforts? If so, how to control such thoughts?
Well, the mind is a full-time nonsense generator, you know. That's the business of the mind. And so many thoughts will come that are nonsense. And if you look at the 10 offenses, most of them are conceptual in nature. For example, to think that the wonderful benefits that are attributed to chanting the holy name are some kind of exaggeration.